Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone had a great 2 weeks. I was not on air last week. I took the day off for some much needed rest. I was feeling a bit burned out. I've been overdoing it. So I just did nothing that evening. So I hope everybody has had a great 2 weeks. Let's get right into what you can expect for this week, which runs through to next Thursday, July 5th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in personalized monthly predictions or any other of the services that I offer, you can go to my website, AskRebecca.guru. So, general themes for this week. Words that came to mind were never-ending story. And to me, this means some of you could be stuck in the same old stories, same old patterns of behavior, same old. And while some of you could be releasing and letting go of some of the old baggage that you've been carrying around for years, months, days, hours, whatever, I think it will vary between, everyone. It just all depends on where you are in life, the things that you have going on. Some of you may find that you're repeating yourself over and over again, all week long, basically. Maybe you're rehashing something that happened in the past, or you're retelling a story of some sort. It could even show up in the way of you having to tell someone the same thing over and over again, repeating it so that they understand, or explaining something in multiple different ways so the person can finally understand what you're talking about or hear you. It could also be maybe you realize that you keep attracting and dating the same type of person over and over again. You could realize how you emotionally react to certain situations the same way over and over again. It's all about noticing the patterns in your life, noticing the cyclical nature of life. Some of these patterns and habits are positive things. Others aren't so positive and keep you stuck. Some of you will realize maybe you complain a lot, or you have a pessimistic outlook on things, always waiting for something to go wrong. Some of you will be releasing or struggling with addictions like food, alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, even over-exercising, anything that you're basically repeating excessively. Right? So whatever that may look like for you, maybe you're like a fanatic and you vacuum like 3 times a day, or, you have to dust every 5 hours or something. It's things like that nature, and even some stuff where some OCD behaviors as well that you might notice about yourself. All of these things are just coming up for you to be aware of. It's giving you the opportunity to let go and try things in a different way. There may be a few times this week you feel uncomfortable with what comes up for you. So it may be things that you never recognized about yourself, and then all of a sudden you realize it. So it makes you feel awkward, maybe ashamed or embarrassed, or, whatever emotions that it evokes inside of you. Don't beat yourself up about it. The most important part is that you're noticing what it is that's not helping you, right? These are all things that are coming up that are keeping you stuck. They're keeping you in emotional turmoil. They're keeping you in a space of lack. They're keeping you from being happy. They're keeping you from enjoying life. So these aren't things that are coming up to make you feel bad about yourself. They're just coming up so that you can be aware and that you can change it and do it differently, right? In the long run, it's just going to benefit you. And, we all came to this planet with a purpose. Your soul is guiding you towards this purpose. And to get there, we have to go through the things that are junk, or the baggage, or the things that are holding us back in life. We have to go through them. There's no shortcut around it, right? The only way to get to the other side is to go through it. So that part is uncomfortable, but I promise you, if you can just keep working out yourself and work your way through the uncomfortable periods and keep a positive attitude and know that this is all happening for a reason to benefit you, you will be in such a better place in the long run. Along with this energy of patterns coming up to be noticed and released, you could experience sudden, unexpected spirals of chaos. So it's like little pockets of chaos that are swirling around us. It feels more along the lines of clumsiness, like breaking things, dropping things, spilling things, tripping over things, forgetting things, and losing things. And they could all happen in the same situation. You could be running behind schedule, so you're rushing in the morning, you're looking for your keys, you stumble and you spill your coffee while simultaneously dropping your bagel on the floor, something to that effect. So it's little annoyances that can be frustrating, especially if you allow it to affect you in a negative way, right? Just roll with it. It happens. It's no big deal. Know that these moments of chaos are actually forcing you to break patterns and routines. So bring awareness to the situation. If it happens to you, then try things a little differently the next day. If you tend to be rushing in the morning, set your alarm clock 10 minutes earlier. Break the cycle. So it's all about breaking these patterns and cycles of behavior. This week, there's more transformation happening as well. I mean, transformation is a constant thing. Change is a constant. So this transformation is happening both internally and externally. Believe it or not, there are things happening to you on a cellular level. It's affecting your physical body and the way you think, the way you feel, the way you perceive, the way you speak, and in many, many other ways. Some of you can sense the changes. You're very much in tune with your bodies. You're very much in tune with your intuition. So you feel it, you sense it, you know things are changing. And then there's those of you that aren't ready. You can't see it yet. You haven't maybe worked through all of the junk that resides inside of us, right? So emotionally, we hold on to energy. And if we're holding on to denser emotional negative energies, well, that you're less in tune with yourself and your soul and your body. So, you will soon be able to experience that and feel it and sense these things about yourself. And, no matter what, you'll notice that all of a sudden you're looking at things differently. Now, even with all the things going on this week to bring those the patterns in your life to your attention, you will experience moments of serenity. So you'll feel calm and you'll experience trust within yourself. You're just feeling more comfortable. There will be moments where you're free of stress and free of conflict, which means that you're in the present moment. You're in a state of acceptance of what is and what will be. Things just kind of feel right in those moments. So enjoy them, really immerse yourself into them, let yourself feel them. This way you can attract more of those moments into your life, right? Because again, you put your energy and where you're focusing on things, that is what you're going to attract to you. You are literally a magnet. So if all you're thinking about is, nothing's good enough, you don't have enough, you're in a space of lack, and all you can focus on is anger, sadness, well, those are the things that you're going to keep attracting into your life with people, situations, places, and all of that. So again, focus on the positive things in life. It's also another week of new beginnings in different areas of your life. This week is more in line with deeper, meaningful, spiritual new beginnings. So things like new relationships, new jobs, new experiences, deeper levels of trust, inner self-reflection, and anything that has an effect on your spiritual growth. This is not connected to religion. This is soul purpose growth, expansion of consciousness. For some of you, things this week could really feel up in the air. Your patience may be tested. You may feel frustrated, annoyed, and tired of waiting on things to move forward or to become unstuck. Some of you are waiting on decisions by others. My advice, try not to force things and instead practice patience. Occupy your time with other things you've been meaning to work on and get accomplished. And the next thing you know, the stuff that you've been waiting on resolves itself. Work, for those of you employed, this week, others may not understand or support your new ideas or proposals. Try to help them understand better, especially if you know your idea truly is a good one. Obviously, don't be pushy and bossy and bitchy, but, again, be clear and make your point. And again, some of you could be waiting on decisions to be made by others. And because of this, you're stuck in a holding pattern. Some of you could find new positions or promotions within your current companies. And those of you who have been unhappy at work, this is a great week to put your feelers out and start looking for something new. And those of you who have been toying with the idea of starting your own business, it's also a great week to take some action steps in that direction, even if it's just coming up with a serious game plan on how to make that happen in your life. Work, for those of you looking for a job, same goes for those of you looking. I feel some of you starting new positions, new jobs. Some of you are getting callbacks for first and second interviews. Some of you are more motivated this week and are applying everywhere and anywhere. And then there are those of you who have also been toying with the idea of doing something on your own. Give it a shot. You can still apply for jobs, but in the meantime, work on some things to make it happen on your own too. You can do both simultaneously, and whatever shakes loose first, that's the route you go. Love, committed relationships, happy couples will be all about having fun together this week. Things feel less serious and the mood is light, so enjoy that. A few of you have been dating someone for a while but may not be ready for a serious commitment, but the person you're dating could be pushing you for one, or it could be the other way around, where they may not be ready for a commitment and you could be pushing them for one. Remember, pushing or forcing is going to give you the opposite of what you actually want, so be patient, let it go, and enjoy the process. Just trust. Those of you looking for love, I feel like some could meet someone this week. I do feel the majority of you have convinced yourself you just want to have fun. And I feel those of you who are too wrapped up in having fun could actually miss out on the possibility of a new relationship. Remember, true love isn't always instant, so you need to be aware that it could be creeping up on you. Those of you that are more balanced in the fun department, I say stick with that flow, because again, you're not pushing, forcing, you're kind of just out there and you're open. Finances, some of you will see financial increase this week. Some of you will feel like nothing is happening. It's just more of the same, paycheck to paycheck. Advice for everyone this week is start saving some money, even if it's $10 a week. Also, watch your spending habits this week. Are you buying things to fill a void? Health, accidents could happen. I feel it's important everybody to pay attention. Mind over matter, for those of you that are struggling with trying to stay positive, obviously positive thinking is always healthy. Those of you who have had some health issues could find solutions and relief this week. And some of you could be anxiously waiting test results. Spirituality, there could be a desire to experiment and try new things. Those of you who aren't doing much spiritually lately, I feel like this week you'll be getting lots of signs. It's time to heal, explore, evolve, and grow. And the number one thing for everyone this week will be patience. You could be tested multiple times in order to learn and practice patience, which is always a good time. That covers this week's predictions. Overall, I feel like it's going to be a pretty great week. And let me go ahead and get into tonight's caller, which is Joe in Denver, Colorado. Hi, how are you, Joe?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for taking my call, Rebecca.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hear you're doing fantastic. How can I help you this evening?
So I've talked to a couple people, a couple psychics and mediums over the last 6 months, and they have all pointed to me that I am having a twin flame that's set to come in my space over the next couple of months, and I wondered what you got on that.
So I definitely feel like love is coming your way. Now, with the whole twin flame thing, it's a soul connection, obviously, but I want you to understand that when the twin flame comes, it's not going to be all peaches and cream, and there's actually work that the two of you have to do together. Now, the one thing that I feel like is blocking you at this point, and this is something I feel like you've got to work through in order to not miss each other. And the funny part is I feel like the person that you're going to meet is working through a very similar issue. And that is realizing that no relationship or person is perfect, right? There's a part of you that has a little bit, and I mean this in the most loving way, so I hope you don't get upset, but I feel like there's a part of you that may have some unrealistic, idealized idea of what the right person looks like for you, right? Maybe your list is a little too finite. And I feel like if you can open yourself up a little more, take only a few things from your list, right? The most important things, like, somebody that's stable or somebody that has a sense of humor. I feel like you'll be more successful and it will happen more quickly. Because I feel like sometimes there's a little self-sabotaging behavior that comes in the way when it comes to your dating life. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah, and I feel like if you really, really do a little bit of letting go, right? There's a part of you that has some fear surrounding it, which we all do. So this is, not anything new, but I feel like if you can relinquish control just a tad, and if you can trust God, the universe, divine, whatever your belief system is, that you're going to be sent the right person. And that right person is not going to match up to your checklist, because your checklist is kind of wrong, right? Only parts of it. The majority of it is good, but the other parts of it, like, you literally could miss out on the person because, let me see, the easiest way I could explain it is say you're corresponding with someone that you met online and you're texting each other or you're emailing each other, and they misspell a word, or maybe their grammar isn't quite as articulate as yours, or miss punctuations and stuff, and that is automatically like, oh, discounted, that person is not going to be good for me. Well, maybe they just suck at emailing, right? Maybe they're not that good at it, but when you meet them in person and the energy between you and the chemistry between you, that is more important. Like the grammar and the writing part is something that can be changed. You see what I mean? Like, those are the sort of things that I'm feeling like is blocking you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was one of the two things I wanted to ask you, and the second thing I was going to ask is I am debating going back to school, to divinity school, and I wanted to know what you had on that.
To what kind of school? I'm sorry.
Divinity, to get my master's degree in theology. Are you working in that field right now? Like, are you physically at a job doing something within your field of study? No, my main degree is in political science, so this master's is completely different.
Right. Wow. Yeah, those are. I'm getting a yes and a no, right? So there's a part of me that the yes part is your spiritual growth and your evolution, and I feel like your purpose is to be able to bridge the gap between like the political science realm and the theology realm of divinity and the real world aspects of like religion and spirituality and kind of what we're doing here tonight. So there's that part of me that's like, yes, I feel like go back and learn what you need to learn. The other side that I'm feeling no, which is kind of odd, is I almost feel like you're going to go to school, you're going to be working towards your master's, but then halfway through, I feel like you're going to encounter an opportunity where you're not actually going to finish your master's degree and you're going to have hands-on actual work creating change. So to me, like, I feel like, yes, you should get started, but again, be open to change, right? Have some flexibility there.
Well, I'm church of science in mind, so that's kind of exactly where I'm more of a social justice type of speaker. So that definitely would be where the yes aspect of it would be for me.
And I love that. Like, I genuinely feel like you have a higher calling, right? Like, everything that you've done up until this point has been skill building, and you've had your own trials and tribulations, and it's just kind of been this growth thing. But I feel like you are going to be like a warrior of justice, of helping people and bridging that gap, because there's such a lack of understanding between the two realities. And I feel like you're going to be able to articulate that in a way where it makes sense to all parties involved, no matter how far to the other side that they are.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like it will go deeper than that, because is there a desire for you to actually get involved with, like, to me, it feels like humanitarian type efforts where, you know, whether it's feeding the homeless, but I feel like it's deeper than that. Like, there's something more powerful at work that I feel. What is kind of your vision of that? Because I just feel like it's bigger than what you may even be thinking right now.
So I am an energy healer here in Denver, and I also do readings for people as well. And I started my own group focused on raising the vibration. So that's what I've been doing recently. Kind of started a group from the grass up.
I like it. Yeah, it feels really good. And again, like, you're honing your skills of your own intuition and raising your own vibration and being a catalyst for that change. And I just feel like it's going to grow. And because of all of that you're doing is why I have the mixed feelings about you actually going back to school for your master's. There's a part of me where I just feel it almost would be like a distraction. So and an investment in money that I feel like is unnecessary, because you could be doing it without, like, get some books, right? Like, do it on your own. And because you're going to interpret it in a completely different way than what it is going to be taught to you. So I feel like you really have to maybe meditate on this, or, you know, talk to your guides, talk to the divine, and feel out how necessary it is for you to actually get your master's. Like, is it a necessity? I feel no.
Okay. Is there time for me to ask you one more quick question or not?
Yeah. I think we're good. I haven't gotten any notifications yet of time, so let's go. Let's do it.
My last question that I have for you is, I have 3 guides around me, and one of my guides is my Reiki guide. But I've noticed that my connection, I'm really sick right now. It's kind of gone away. The sicker I get, it's like I don't have a connection to my energy healing side, and I didn't know if that was something that's going to come back when I start feeling healthier, or if you have any messages on it. I just leave it at that.
Yes, it's completely going to come back, and it will come back stronger. But it will also come back in a different way, right? So even though it's coming back stronger, it will be more subtle. Right now, your vibration, because you're not feeling well, your vibration is a little lower, but I feel like you're going through a healing. I just feel like on a cellular level, you've got a lot of stuff going on, right? So it's coming out in the physical. You're healing a lot of past stuff. You're things that you don't even need to be conscious of on. Like it doesn't even need to really come into your awareness. Your body just has to like expel it. And I feel like right now the most important thing is for you to rest and relax. And then the other information that I'm getting about this is it's a lesson in trust, right? Like trusting that you're always connected no matter what. And it's not always going to be in your face type feeling, right? It's learning, basically it's like helping you build self-esteem, self-confidence, trust, and all of that. And I do believe 100%. And I'm feeling you're going to start feeling better. I mean, you're starting to feel better, but I really feel like you're going to, in the next 2 weeks, you're going to feel much better. And then it's just going to keep snowballing. And I feel like by the middle of July to the end of July, you're going to be back to like your full strength. And I feel like at that point, you're also going to have some other realizations and feel another connection besides what you have. I feel like your intuition will be online more as well.
Well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate you taking care of me and answering my questions I have today.
Absolutely.
Much love and light.
Yeah, same to you. And I'm going to send you a little boost of energy when I get off the phone here, just to help maybe help things move along a little quicker. Thank you so much for calling in. That is all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for everyone tuning in. I look forward to connecting with you next week, and I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Talk to you soon. Bye.